We mean like nation-wise?
Yeah, who was he talking about?
Israel.
Right.
So you're calling Israel Gentiles as well?
Yeah, Paul did.
Okay, but if you take that,
no, hold on. Let him
disagree. But because I say that if you look in the book of, I think it's Matthew, where he says, when you look up and you find yourselves not being able to enter, you see Abraham and all the ones
in the east and the west,
but you yourselves find yourself cast out. He said that he was going to get rid of that nation and give it to another nation more deserving.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I'm trying to find out. I want to say it's Matthew 12.
That goes with that.
Yeah.
12.
It's this Deuteronomy 32 and 22 where it got.
No, I know the precept, but I'm talking about where it's at in West.
Where the Messiah speaks about as the vineyard, he's talking about the vineyard.
Yeah, do you know the precept he's talking about? Many shall come from the east and the west.
Yeah, yeah.
Find it real fast.
He says when you come, he said you would come. The kings, he said you'll see Abraham.
Yeah, many shall sit down with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
You find you yourselves thrust out. He said he would give it to a nation more deserving than the ones that initially had it. So that's what I'm saying is that.
Matthew 8 and 11.
24? No. Oh, yeah. Go to Matthew 8 and 11. Give me Isaiah chapter 43. Start at verse 1.
Because I believe the Gentiles that is being talked about
in this context?
In this particular context,
okay.
It's talking about what you see right here.
I got you.
People that are not of this.
That's what I'm looking for. Right, start at verse 10.
Matthew?
Yeah.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 8 and verse 10.
I read.
When Jesus heard it, he marveled and said to them that followed, verily I say unto you, I have not found so great faith, no, not in Israel. And I say unto you, that many shall come from the east and west.
It says that many shall what?
That many shall come from the east and west.
Right, so he's saying that I have not found that great faith in Israel. Israel referring to who? That preserve that we was talking about in Isaiah 49.
But he just said Israel. He just said preserve. He just said Israel in that context.
Yeah. Because
you put it to preserve onto that.
The reason why we call him the you go ahead.
And when I say this, if you go back to where he started from, he was talking to it described the individual that he was talking to. It was a non-Israelite because he was a centurion or a Gentile, and he said, when he told him, he said, Lord, heal my son. He said, okay, I'm gonna come with you. He said, no need for you to come. All you have to do is say the word. I understand how it works.
Yeah.
That's what he says. I've not seen such great faith, because this Gentile man, which was a centurion of Roman, was saying that he confessed that all you got to do is say the word. He said even the Israelites don't recognize that situation. So that being said, that's why I say he's referring to the Gentiles. What you see here.
I got you. So it actually it never specifies his ethnicity. It does say he is centurion now. Right, but when we read that, I'm gonna tell you why we got to the understanding we got to. Right, read what you got. Read it again.
Matthew 8 and 10 again.
Latrell, give me Isaiah 7 and 8.
When Jesus heard it, he marveled and said to them that followed, verily I say unto you,
right,
I have not found so great faith, no, not in Israel.
Right, so when we was reading Isaiah chapter 49 and verse 5, it was talking about that preserve, but it still said that all of Israel was scattered, alluding to the understanding that a lot of our people was either going to be cut off or they were cut off. I'm going to show you that. Give me Isaiah 7 and 8.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 7, verse 8.
Read.
For the head of Syria is Damascus, and the head of Damascus is Rezin. And within 65 years shall Ephraim be broken, that it be not a people.
That it be what?
That it be not a people.
So it was a time that most of our people wasn't even going by the name. I don't know if you subscribe to the Apocrypha, but when you read the Maccabees, it goes into like how we were calling ourselves by different nationalities. The Maccabees, even during the time of Ezra at times, right? So when we're going back and we're looking at Matthew chapter 8, I need you to stay ready, bro. Right, read.
Go back to drop down to 11 or go back to 10 again.
Right, read, keep reading.
Verse 11. And I say unto you that many shall come from the east and west,
read,
and shall sit down with Abraham and Isaac and Jacob.
Now, when he's quoting this, he's quoting another thing from Isaiah. I read that real fast in Isaiah chapter 43. Start from the top.
Isaiah chapter 43 and verse 1.
I read.
But now thus saith the Lord that created thee, O Jacob, O Jacob.
Read.
And he that formed thee, O Israel.
Who's it talking to?
O Israel.
Right, drop down to verse 5.
Verse 5. Fear not, for I am with thee. I will bring thy seed from the east.
It says, I will do what?
I will bring thy seed from the east.
Read.
And gather thee from the west.
And gather thee from where?
And gather thee from the west.
Right, so he's saying, Christ is quoting the exact same thing that he was talking about in Isaiah. So when we're looking at the things that Christ are quoting, that's how we get to the understanding that he's obviously talking about Israelites. Right. But the Israelites that were cast off.
Put it like this. Remember when the woman said, Master, heal my daughter.
Yeah.
And he said to her, it's not good
Matthew 15.
to give the bread of the children to the dogs.
Yeah.
Was that not a Gentile?
Yeah, she was a Gentile.
Okay, and then when she said what she said, he then turned around and said, woman, great is thy faith. Have it the way you want it.
Yeah.
Right? She got what she asked for, right?
Yes.
Even though the scripture says, Jesus says, go into the world, do not go unto the Gentiles.
Yeah.
Right? So what Gentiles were you talking about when he said that?
When he said that, Christ was talking about the Gentiles of Israelites. Right? However, can I break down like what you brought out in Matthew 15? Like we agree, everything you said on Matthew 15, we agree with you on it. I read that real fast in Matthew 15. Start at verse 21.
It's the book of Matthew 15 and 21.
Right, because even what you said was real heavy. Right, and I'm gonna point it out when we get to it. Read that.
Then Jesus went thence and departed into the coast of Tyre and Zidon. And behold, a woman of Canaan came out of the same coast and cried unto him, saying,
What did he say?
Have mercy on me, O Lord, thou son of David. My daughter is grievously vexed with a devil. But he answered her not a word. And his disciples came and besought him, saying, Send her away, for she crieth after us.
Right, so first she tried to go to Christ, and then after she tried to go to Christ, she went to his disciples. And both of them had sent her away. Right, read on.
But he answered and said, I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
He said that I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel, meaning that what he's came to do is only for Israel. Now, I'm gonna use what we do as a metaphor, right? A lot of times what we do, we come out to teach the word, right? And a lot of times with us teaching the word, we have food drives in which we give out food into the poor of our people. Right, read on.
Then came she and worshiped him, saying, Lord, help me.
Read.
But he answered and said,
What did he say?
It is not me.
He said it is not good to do what?
To take the children's bread and to cast it to dogs.
Right, read.
And she said, Truth, Lord.
She said what?
Truth, Lord.
She agreed with him. She said, the blessing that you got for Israel doesn't belong to me. I don't need it. Right, read on.
Yet the dogs eat of the crumbs.
But the dogs eat what?
Eat of the crumbs.
They eat what?
Which fall from their master's table.
It said that they eat the crumbs. So she like, I don't want a whole piece of bread. Give me Romans the 9th chapter. Romans chapter 9 and start at verse 3. She like, I don't want the whole bread. I just want a crumb. Right? Because the bread is for who? It's for Israel. Crumbs is just the little bit that fell off on my beard when I went like this. She said, I'll take that. So what we do, right, because what he did do was Christ did heal her. So like, Christ did heal her. But what we do, because blacks and Hispanics have been taught to be so little-minded and to think so less of ourselves, we think him healing her of the common cold or the swine flu or COVID-19 is equal to the promises that he gave us. I read that real fast in Romans 9.
Book of Romans 9, chapter 3.
I appreciate that, brother.
Romans chapter 9 and verse 3.
Right, really.
For I could wish that myself were accursed from Christ, for my brethren, my kinsmen according to the flesh, who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption.
So he said the adoption belongs to Israel. Right, read on.
And the glory.
And the glory, everything, every promise that the Most High ever made, he said it belongs to us. Read on.
And the covenant.
And the covenant, the old covenant and the new covenant promising us peace. Read on.
And the giving of the law.
Right? The giving of the law, the perfect law that the Jewish man takes and follows right now. Right? Read on.
And the service of God.
Read.
And the promises.
And the what?
And the promises.
Read.
Whose are the fathers.
Come on.
And of whom, as concerning the flesh, Christ came.
He said concerning the flesh, he came for the Israelites. But what we do as a people, it's like anytime black people have something, we want to give it to somebody else. So we take this crumb that this lady got and we try to make it equal to all of the promises and the blessings that the Most High promised us. So we're not disagreeing that he gave her a crumb, but it's not equal to the promises made for Israel.
But I never said that it was equal, greater than or less than. I simply said she received the blessing. But I say this, he said, when he said, I'm going to take it from you and give it to another nation more deserving. who is the other nation that he said? First, he said, "I'm going to take it from you, and then give it to another nation more deserving." Who is the other nation that he's referring to?
It's a righteous nation of Israel. That's Deuteronomy 32 and 22.
Right.
But I'm quoting the precept.
What I'm saying, listen, brother, what I'm saying.
Can I explain why I say that? You go ahead.
All I'm saying is, when it's called a Gentile, you say it's Israelites. When it's Israelites, you call it Israelite. When he said, I'm going to take it from one nation, we are a nation, and give it to another nation, you say it's leaving the nation of Israel and going to the nation of Israel.
It's leaving. Hear me out. That's like
even the stranger in the beginning of Deuteronomy, when he said the stranger will come and live amongst you, he can live amongst you as long as he keeps the law, statutes, and commandments, he can live amongst you.
Yeah.
But he is not, even though he's a stranger, he is not you. So you're saying, and the stranger turned into the Gentile, but now for some reason, I see a lot of brothers believe that the Gentiles are us as well, brother. We are Israel. We're not the Gentiles, brother.
When you first asked about who the Gentiles were, what did I ask you? I said it depends on the context.
And I took you to the context of 49.
Yeah, when you went to 49, but that context is talking about like the reason, like the last time we spoke, you said something real heavy when you first walked up. You said the dialogue with Shalom, brother. You said the dialogue started off real peaceful, but once that the brother with the OVO tattoo, you said we changed it to completely different people. But here now, what you just said is heavy. Did I actually change into a physical different person?
No, the conversation changed.
Yeah. Right. So what we're saying is that the situation changed. So when he's talking about, I'm gonna take it from you and give it to a completely different people, even though Israel is already the race, he's saying that Israel in their righteous estate and Israel in their unrighteous estate are two completely different nations.
Right.
By the similitude you just used.
I get what you're saying, but
This your daughter too? No, we good. What's going on, sis?
So yeah, I hear what you said. I understand what you said, but I disagree with you.
That's fair.
That's what I'm saying. I believe that these Gentiles, not to say that they're going to get the same portion that we going to get, but they're going to get a portion because he says anybody who is willing to do his will, he will respect.
Now we not disagreeing with that. Like what you saying is the same thing that we saying is just different. Like you probably referring to when we say that they're gonna all go into captivity and they're gonna be slaves, but that's gonna happen for a period in time. Even in the sense, So even in the sense that we live in now, that's why I was looking for the precept that I was looking for early. It might be Isaiah 16, but after they serve their captivity, they're free to go out and live according to their heritages. They can build up their families. We're not saying they're going to be slaves forever. However, you have to pay for the crimes you committed against us. That's only fair. So, after they slavery, I got you 1 second. After they slavery, we don't allow them to go free. The white man being the devil that he is, allowed us to go free.
Right.
We're more righteous than them. Right. So, yes, after they serve in their captivity, y'all can go out and to live y'all lives. However, you still have to live under our government.
Right.
Yeah.
But to say that the white man is a devil, and that we are righteous, I will say this, brother. The devil is the devil. And I'm talking about the devil that fell from the sky. He influenced a lot of people to do some things that now that even I was once under his influence. Until the Most High woke me up and opened my eyes and showed me who my enemy is. So there's a lot of Gentiles who are still blind to the enemy. But they're going to wake up. Just like there's a bunch of Israelites who are still blind to the enemy. And they will wake up as well. But I'm saying just to say, to label, other than to be specific, is the Ashkenazi. That is the.
We agree they're part of it.
But that is the. Those are when it says, "I know those who call themselves Jews and are not," referring to them.
We don't disagree. We just don't limit it to them though, because like the Jews weren't the only one. Like when we say the white man is the devil, we're not only pinpointing the white man. He's just the one that's the cruelest to us right now. We believe that
because you know why? Because they're under the leadership of Ashkenazi. They're following the doctrine that was given to them from the Ashkenazi.
But
that's what I'm trying to say.
yeah.
That's why they behave that way, because they've been deceived by the
Now let's say that I'm wicked, because I'm the head of this camp in Milwaukee. Let's say that I'm wicked, and they follow after my wickedness. Does that now give them a pass?
It doesn't give them a pass, but what I'm trying to say is he can wake up to your tricks.
Yeah, we not. Listen, if the white man would wake up and stop killing and murdering us, But the thing is that we don't believe that. Like when you read Lamentations 4:26, the Lord said, "Rejoice now, O daughter of Edom, because the cup that you pouring is gonna pour back unto you." Because the white man isn't gonna repent.
Is Edom a nation?
He said, "What?
Edom is a nation.
Yeah, they're a nation.
A specific nation.
Yeah.
Not all outside of Edom that look like Edom.
Yeah.
It's specifically targeting Edom. That's why I said it's the Ashkenazi who is the ringleaders of everything that we see that going on right now. And they're, as they say, they're the ones that's putting the battery into the backs of these Irish, everyone, even the Mexicans, are being affected by the pollution that they're spreading about us.
Yeah.
But like how you brothers is doing, myself and other brothers, they're gonna wake up and start realizing, hold on, like what Kanye West is doing, exposing them.
Yeah.
He said what he said, and look what they did. Now the whole world like, damn, you mean to tell me all the man did was express his freedom of speech?
Yeah.
And you cut his money off? Now the skinheads, the Russians are all looking at them like, hold on, you the evil one on the earth.
Yeah.
So now they're waking up, is what I'm saying. And once they completely wake up to who's the ringleader behind this.
You talking about once white people do?
Once the Russians wake up to the tactics of the Ashkenazi, because right now Israel over there doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
The Russians ain't for that.
Yeah.
They want to stop that. But they're the same color skin. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. The only reason why we would like disagree, like real fast, give me Isaiah the 14th chapter, Isaiah 14:3, is because you know why Hitler was killing the Jews? Hitler was killing the Jews for this exact, like you said, that a white man is gonna wake up and they're gonna see that the white man already know that the Jew is the devil. Like they not blind to the fact that the Jew is the devil.
Right.
Hitler knew that the Jew was the devil.
Right.
Exactly. And Hitler,
he realized what they was trying to do in this country.
yeah. So people understanding that the Jew or the devil is not, like white people don't like the Jews. White people hate the Jews. But that don't, I got you 1 second, brother. But white people hate the Jews. However, say if they still follow after that same wickedness, they still do that same evil, that don't make them innocent. That's like for our people who follow after that wickedness. They gonna have the same judgment. But I do got a scripture real fast. Isaiah 14:3.
It's Isaiah chapter 14, verse 3.
Right, read.
And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear.
That's not 3. Oh, Salaki, yeah, that is 3. Salaki, verse 4.
Verse 4. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon.
Right, so when we was talking, like the reason that we say that the white man is the devil, like we don't just say that the white man is the devil. I believe that the African is the devil. I believe that the Arab is the devil. I believe that everybody that has a hand in knowledge of eyes is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Right? However, you never see us going out there and saying the Hawaiians is going into captivity. Or that the Filipinos can go to hell. We're not saying that. Why? Because they took part in our destruction. So our beef, or who we call the devil or the deceiver, is the people that's actively killing our people. Right. So it says that we're gonna do what? Read it again.
That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon.
Read.
Say, how hath the oppressor ceased?
How has what?
How has the oppressor ceased?
Who is Lucifer?
How has the oppressor ceased?
So it says the king of Babylon, or the oppressor, is who this message is to. Right? Drop down to verse 12.
Verse 12.
Come on.
How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?
Who is he?
How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?
He's still talking about the king of Babylon. Right?
You believe that to be people and not, you don't think that's Satan. Because I know last time we talked, you said that's not Satan.
Yeah, I don't believe that that's reason that we started at verse 4 is because he said you're gonna take up the king of Babylon. So we don't think that is just one individual man. We believe that it's like how we have our elect. They have their elect. Like when we say the white man is the devil, we're not talking about a homeless man under a bridge.
No, I understand, brother.
We talking about we talking about a white sovereignty or white oppression, right? So when he's talking, when he read that again in verse 12, read that again in verse 12.
Verse 4. Thou shalt
12.
Verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?
Right, so he's referring to Lucifer, but he's talking about the king of Babylon, or I don't want to say the ruling class of Babylon, but the people that are in charge. Right, read on.
Son of the morning. How art thou cut down to the ground? Which didst weaken the nation. For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven.
I will do what?
I will ascend into heaven.
Now we understand the white man ain't gonna physically try to ascend into heaven, but he's talking about he's gonna build his government up to where it's more powerful than any other nation. Like heavens, a lot of times in the Bible, because the Lord said, "I'm gonna shake the heavens." You understand? It's only one heaven in the where the Most High is. But when he say, "I'm gonna shake the heavens," he's talking about the different governments.
Right. So you don't when the Most High say he gonna shake the heavens, you don't believe he's talking about the stars.
No.
But the scriptures clearly say in Matthew chapter 24, he said the sky will roll up like a scroll. The same way if we fall from the sky, the stars gonna fall to the earth.
Yeah.
You don't believe that's literal.
No.
Let me say this to you, brother. When he said there about going up to
My bad. I'm not trying to cut you off. Yes and no.
okay,
Correcting
so
myself.
Let me just say this. So when Lucifer said, I will ascend to the heavens and make my throne, this was a literal thing.
Yeah.
That the Most High said you cannot dwell in the kingdom because of his disobedience.
Yeah.
So now there's 7 heavens according to the book of Enoch. You subscribe to that, right?
No, we don't know.
It's apocryphal.
No, we don't believe it's apocryphal.
Okay, you don't accept that, but it's called apocryphal. It says there's 7 heavens according to the book of Enoch. Even Paul said I was in one of the heavens. He described that.
The third heaven.
That, right?
Now, yeah, we do. So
Paul described there's multiple heavens because he described another heaven that he was in.
yes.
Okay, so then we can agree that there's multiple layers because Paul described the third level, right? I think that's what I forget what level of heaven he was in. So my
He talked about the third heaven where the Most High was.
Have you ever heard of the term "as above, so below"?
Yeah.
There's a constellation in the sky next to the center of the celestial pole, the North Pole. That constellation is called the Draco constellation. That constellation is representative of Satan sitting in the north, where you were just reading from right there. Yeah. As above, so below. So if the constellation Draco is there, what man on earth represents the Draco constellation? So there's a physical manifestation and there's a spiritual manifestation. But I say to you once again, going back to the original conversation, the Gentiles are going to wake up. Like, how long have you been in the truth now?
Like maybe 4 years.
4 years. Prior to that, you were in ignorance, let's say.
I agree.
Right?
Yeah.
Such is the plight to a lot of Gentiles. As we get closer to the end of time, just like the parable came when it said, we've been slaving all day, you gonna give us a penny. He said that the man that came in the 11th hour, he's gonna get the same reward as that man that's working all day. Right?
Yeah.
Such as the Gentiles, brother. That's what I'm trying to say to you. Even though he said, what you been doing all day? He said, I've been standing around. He said, come and work in my field then. I'm going to give you a penny. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. These people, though, right now, they seem like they're ignorant. A lot of them is going to wake up. And a lot of them is going to go not going to wake up. But for those that are, the same way that the Messiah rewarded that Syrophoenician woman, the same way the centurion, all those ones that came up, they will be rewarded for their work.
I ain't gonna bless you.
Huh?
I ain't gonna bless you.
Oh, I ain't here. For what? You sneezed? I ain't here. Can he get a bless you?
I'm offended by you guys.
You offended for what for?
You guys trying to prove a point.
What's wrong with that? Like, do you vote? You don't vote?
I don't vote.
Have you ever voted?
I ain't gonna vote, but I'm gonna God.
You said you're gonna be higher minded?
I'm gonna God.
For sure. Right now, the Democrats and the Republicans, like, they sold this entire city up to do what they call the RNC, or the Republican National Convention. They go back and forth all day. In order for two people that have different opinions to come to one common ground, is you got to discuss your differences. Right. The thing that we doing though is we doing it peacefully. We ain't setting no shots. I got you. The Democrats been talking trash about Trump all year, for years, ever since he first got elected. You don't see nobody rebuking that. We having a conversation peacefully, because you got two brothers that have two different walks of life that are trying to get on the same page about something. And if that offends you, then I don't know what you want me to say.
Let me say one thing.
Oh, brother, this will be on your show.
Let me just say something. Even Christ said, let nothing offend you. you should let nothing offend you.
Right.
Because the moment you
But give me Genesis chapter 1 and 7. We had to create a way, and then they went around. I got you. But when it comes down to the different heavens, we got a different understanding on like the heavens as well, right? So we're not disagreeing with that. However, the heavens that people are thinking of is not the true biblical heavens, and we're gonna show you that. Give me Genesis chapter 1 and start at verse 7.
Book of Genesis chapter 1 and verse 7.
Give me Psalms chapter 104.
And God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament.
Right.
And it was so. And God called the firmament heaven.
And God did what?
And God called the firmament heaven.
So Rocky, hold on. Right. Psalms 104 and 12. Right, read that. Read it again.
Verse 7.
Uh-huh.
And God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament.
So it's talking about the firmament that he created over the earth. I'm pretty sure you well versed on Genesis. Right, read on.
From the waters which were above the firmament.
Read.
And it was so.
So he's saying like basically what the world calls space from the waters that are beneath. Right, read on.
And God called the firmament heaven.
And God did what?
And God called the firmament heaven.
So it says that God called the firmament heaven. Now the firmament is just the dome that's over the earth. That's one of the heavens. Right, read Psalms chapter 104 and verse 12.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 104 and verse 12.
I read.
By them shall the fowls of the heaven have their habitation.
Right? No, you gotta read that right.
By them shall the fowls of the heaven have their habitation.
So it says the fowls of the heaven. It's talking about birds. Yep. So when it's talking, the second heaven is just referring to the sky. Right? And then when you brought the third one, when it says Paul was cut up into the third heaven, that's where the Most High is, right? Where he sits on his throne.
Right. But I'm saying my point was, initially you said there's only one heaven.
Yeah, I recanted that.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. No, for sure. Yeah, we don't subscribe to the understanding of 7 because the Bible only says 3. Right? We just don't deal with it. We don't deal with the book of Enoch. For us, it's not scripture. Right? Where it's not.
Well, I'm gonna get back to my family.
For sure.
But I got your number.
Yeah.
It's a good time to call you.
Any day of the week after maybe like 6 o'clock.
Well,
Text me first, and then I'm
my name is Israel.
Israel.
And I'll just say Israel with the white, and then you'll know it's me. And I'll send that to you, and you let me know when it's good.
Nah, for sure.
All right, blessings, brother.
All right, shalom, brother. How brothers feeling, man? Brothers be afraid of Milwaukee, man. We finally got the niggas from the D in Milwaukee, man. Right? And it's starting to feel like Israel again. Like, give me 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 from the top. Like, we built with our brothers, and we still want to build with our people, man. But it's a devil that runs this earth, man. It's a devil that's in charge that we got to rebuke. Give me 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. Start at verse 1. Brother got to get there fast.
2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 1.
I read that.
Now we beseech you, brethren.
We say,
now we beseech you, brethren.
Who we talking to?
Now we beseech you, brethren.
We're talking about all of our brothers and sisters, whether you be Hispanic, indigenous American, or a so-called black man. It says that we beseech you. Read.
By the coming of our Lord, Yahushua HaMashiach.
Read.
And by our gathering together.
And by our what?
And by our gathering together.
What are we supposed to be doing?
And by our gathering together.
It's the damn Sabbath, man. I look at them gathering with the rest of the nations. Meanwhile, they got their brothers out here trying to teach the Bible, but these whores don't go and have church on Sunday. But they don't want to praise God today, man. It's insane. It says by the gathering together of what? Read.
Unto him.
Come on.
That ye be not soon shaken in mind.
That we be not what?
That ye be not soon shaken in mind.
Even though the white man is oppressing us day in and day out, it ain't just the white man, it's the so-called Chinese man too. Right? It's every nation up under the sun that has been oppressing our people. Anytime our sisters go and try to buy weed from these Chinese stores, what do they say, man? They're calling the police on you. They tell you to hurry up and get out. The damn East Indians are telling you to hurry up and buy. Nobody has no respect for the black and Hispanic man. Read.
Or be troubled.
Come on.
Neither by spirit.
Neither by what?
Neither by spirit.
The Lord said, don't let these other nations trouble your spirit. Read.
Nor by word.
Read.
Nor by letter.
Come on.
As from us.
Read.
As that the day of Yahushua is at hand.
Come on.
Let no man deceive you.
What the Lord said?
Let no man deceive you.
The Most High said, don't let the devils of this earth deceive you, man. Don't let anybody outside of the Most High teach you anything. Right. Right? Read.
By any means.
Come on.
For that day shall not come.
It says what?
For that day shall not come.
It's talking about the day of Christ, the day that everybody been waiting on. Give me Isaiah chapter 66 and start at verse 15. Everybody is waiting on Jesus to come back. You said what? All praises to the Most High. Right? Read that real fast in Isaiah 66 and verse 15.
Isaiah chapter 66 and verse 15.
Read the Bible, man.
For behold, the Lord will come with fire.
It says the Lord's going to do
The
what?
Lord will come with fire.
Christ's going to do it.
The Lord will come with fire.
What about sweet Jesus?
The Lord will come with fire.
He said that he's going to come with fire. Read.
And with his chariot.
Come on.
Like a whirlwind.
Like a what?
Like a
He
whirlwind.
said he's coming like a tornado, man. You ain't never seen a tornado come and be nice to anything. When a tornado comes to destroy. This sweet Jesus that everybody talking about, this guy right here, right? They believe that guy is coming to be nice. They believe that he's coming to love. They believe that Jesus is coming to be compassionate. Christ is coming to take lives and correct these nations. Read.
What was that answer like? 15.
Yeah, you might be at 16 now.
To render his anger with fury.
It says to do what?
To render his anger with fury.
It said Christ is coming to render his anger with fury. You know what makes Christ mad? You want to know what really makes Christ mad? When you kill an innocent black man. When you shoot a sister for boiling water when she rebukes you in the name of Jesus. That was the devil that did that, man. You want to try to make the devil a spirit? The devil walks this earth every day, man. And the devil looks like that man right there. Read.
And his rebuke with flames of fire.
Come on.
For by fire.
By what?
For by fire.
Read.
And by his sword.
And by what?
And by his sword.
Read again.
And by his sword.
Read.
Will the Lord plead with all flesh.
Christ said he's not coming back to talk to everybody. He said when he got to come back on the scene, he's coming with fire and with a sword. Because his innocent brothers done been killed. His people done been put in the chains. We done been hung from trees. We done been sold as souvenirs. Nobody gives a damn about the black woman, man. Nobody gives a damn about our Hispanic brothers, man. Nobody cares when they having fairs like this, walking around on the bones of the indigenous Americans, man. On grave sites, when little babies were burned and killed and raped and given diseases. Nobody cares about that, man. And Christ cares. That's why he said he's going to come back with his anger, with his sword, and with fire. Keep reading the 2 Thessalonians.
2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3.
Come on.
Let no man deceive you by any means.
Regardless of what they try to tell you, they try to tell you Jesus is white. They try to tell you that Christ loves everybody, that God loves everybody. Listen, if the white man wants you to believe that God loves everybody, let him believe it. You know who shouldn't believe it? The people that's being killed. But the people that's saying God loves everybody. Why don't they love you? If they believe in God so much, why they don't give a damn about you? Why they separating your households? Why they taking the fathers out? Why they pushing drugs in your community? They don't care. That's because God don't love everybody, man. But Christ and God, they absolutely do hate. Give me Psalms chapter 5 and start at verse 5. They hate. And they hate the people that kill their people. They hate the people that commit iniquity every day. They hate the wicked man of the earth. Give me Psalm chapter 5 and verse 5.
The book of Psalms, chapter 5, verse 5.
And read it on chest.
The foolish shall not stand in thy sight.
What do I say?
The foolish shall not stand in thy sight.
What is our oppressor?
The foolish shall not stand in thy sight.
Read.
Thou hatest all workers of iniquity.
What the Most High do?
Thou hatest all workers of iniquity.
God loves.
Thou hatest all workers of iniquity.
It said that the Most High hates all workers of iniquity. There is nobody who has done more evil under the sun than our oppressor, man. And the Lord says, don't let him deceive you. Don't let his lie to take you off of the track that I put you on, man. There is no more love in the black community. There's no more love in the Hispanic community. The Lord said, don't believe it. Read.
For that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first.
It was prophesied that our people were going to fall away from Christ. And we're going to fall away from the Most High. We're going to fall away from our lineage. Now we call ourselves, the black man, they can't even be black no more. You got to be, what they call us, the Aboriginals. They call you African American. They called you Negroes. They call you Afro-Americans. Your nationality changed. You're the descendants of slaves, DOSD or something like that. You're ADOS, African descendants of slaves of the transatlantic slave trade. They try to convince you and change your nationality every couple years, man. Every 10 years, the black man calls something new. Like the Mexicans wasn't calling themselves Mexicans. Neither was the Native American just means I live in America. They wasn't calling themselves that. The white man did that. But read that part again.
There shall come, except there come a falling away first.
He said that we were going to fall away from who we are. And look around about, man. Look at how many of our sisters are naked, man. Look at how many of our sisters are on OnlyFans. Look at how many of our brothers are homosexuals and they're selling drugs to their own brothers. Look at that. We are falling away from the Most High. Right, read?
And that man of sin.
And that what?
And that man of sin.
What the Lord call him?
And that man of sin.
It's talking about our oppressor. the so-called white man. It said that man of sin. Think about everything that he does. Chains, rape, robbery, murder, slavery. That's nothing but sin. That's nothing but evil. The Most High said that man of evil be what? Read? Be revealed. Be what? Be revealed. Read it again. Be revealed. They say you got to point the white man out for his crimes, man. Everybody want to be afraid of it. Don't nobody want to call him out. Because they're afraid that if they call him out, they going to get snuffed. What happened to Kanye? Kanye West spoke against that Jew, and they tried to take his money from him. Nick Cannon. So many of our brothers, when they speak against the atrocities that has happened to the so-called blacks, the indigenous Americans, and the Hispanics, they get snuffed out. The Most High said that he has to be revealed. Love not the things of this world. You gotta call him out for his crime. Right, read? The son of perdition. The what? The son of perdition. They call him the son of perdition. That word perdition is synonymous with destruction. The white man only gives birth to anything out of the destruction of somebody else. I mean, how did they build America? Didn't they kill the slaves? Didn't they kill the Latinos? Didn't they have the slaves whipping their backs, kicking their spine in, build up the very sidewalks that we walking on today? It said that he's going to only create anything out of the death of somebody else. We who opposes and exalted himself. It says who do what? Who opposes and exalted himself. It said that he is against, and he thinks that he is above what? Read. All that is called God. All that is what? All that is called God. The Most High said you can't be a homosexual. What did they do? The Most High said you can't be a witch. A witch is a drug dealer. The Most High said you can't be that. And what do we do? Right? It says that the white man is against everything. Not only is against it, but he thinks he's better than everything that the Most High said to do. Because he don't just tell you that you can do it. He makes it legal. He brings it into their laws. He makes sure you do it. They molest your kids and don't provide anything for them to rehabilitate. They put our sons in jail and don't even try to fix our people, man. Right? It says that he thinks that he is above and he is against everything that is the Most High. Read. Or that is worship. Or that is what? Or that is worship. Read Jeremiah chapter 6 and verse 14. Read. So that he as God. So that he has what? So that he as God. Hey, who's the white man? So he as God. The white man has made himself God in America. I mean, look at this picture. Look at it. They say that this is God. Man. This is the man of the Bible. It says that this white man who has created himself as God, what? Seated in the temple of God. He do what? Seated in the temple of God. They said he sits in the temple of God. Let me tell you, man, we are good black folks. The temple of God is black people. Wow. It is Hispanic people. It is Native American people. But it says that the white man sits in the temple of God. That's because deep in our minds and deep in our hearts, everything that the white man promotes, we accept. Everything that the white man tries to tell us to do, we do it. Because we have made him God. Give me Jeremiah chapter 6 and start at verse 14. It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 6 and verse 14. I read. They have healed also. They have the hurt of the daughter of my people. They have done what? They have healed also the hurt of the daughter of my people. They say that they have healed the hurt of the daughter of my people. Our people cry out day in and day out. That's Satan. You see that? Satan coming for me to try to take away the word, man. Satan takes stuff out the spirit of God, man. It says that do you what? Go on, read it again. They have healed also the hurt of the daughter of my people. They say that the white man has healed the daughter of my people. See that? You don't even want to go forward. That's how you know it's Satan. That's how you know it's Satan, man. Right? Read that one more time for me, man. They have... You good? Read it. Read it, Mike. They have healed also. We better than those motorcycles. Read, man. They have healed also the hurt of the daughter of my people. Slightly saying. He says no. We got to read that story. Read it again from the top. They have healed also the hurt of the daughter of my people. Slightly. It says what? Slightly. It says what? Slightly. Read it again. Slightly. It said that they have healed the peace of the daughter of my people slightly. You know what they'll give you? They'll give you that. What do they call that check? The red check, they gave you a stimulus check. They'll give you food stamps. They'll give you little stuff like that. It said that they healed a piece, they healed a hurt of my people slightly. Saying what, read? Say, peace, peace. Saying what? Peace, peace. You want me love, peace, peace. Say peace, peace when what, read? When there is no peace. There's no peace in our neighborhood. At all. They're still getting killed. The death rate is going up. Hey. The junkies is getting high every day. It's more OnlyFans accounts being created every day. And that's because of our oppressor, man. We have chosen to love our oppressor, man. We have chosen to follow our oppressor, man. And he has destroyed us. Read. Were they ashamed
ashamed when they had committed abominations?
They said what?
Were they ashamed when they had committed abominations?
Now when our people commit abomination, there is no shame. They don't care. These sisters walking around half naked with their ass out, man. These grandmamas turning in their grave. They ancestors turning in their grave. This is the woman that's talking about they channeling their ancestors with chakras, with sticks and stones, but then they defiling their ancestors by walking around naked, man. Like the slaves, I was just reading this morning, man. It was sisters on a plantation that they wouldn't, the master would tell them to try to take off their clothes or they would get whipped. They would be so rebellious at uncovering their nakedness that the slave master would have to beat them so bad that he would have to kill them because they refused to be naked. They refused to show their behind. They refused to expose their body for somebody else outside of their own man. And look at us now, man. Look at our women. Read.
Right, they're half naked all day.
Exactly.
Nay, they were not all ashamed. Neither could they blush.
Out there naked.
Yeah, it's the black ones. But the reason that is because we're trying to follow after the white woman. The black man tries to follow after the white man. The black woman tries to follow after the white woman. The white woman is the greatest whore of this earth.
This black woman, I follow after him.
All praises to the Most High for that. Right? Read on.
Nay, they were not all ashamed.
They were not what?
They were not all ashamed.
Read.
Neither could they blush. Therefore, they shall fall among them that fall.
It says what?
They shall fall among them that
I
fall.
say for that reason, because there is no shame, our people are going to continue to die on Friday night and Saturday night.
Right.
Our people will continue to be on drugs, man.
Right.
I mean, how long, black man? How long, black woman? What about the Hispanics? How long you want to live like this, man? How long you want to be oppressed? Give me Ecclesiastes chapter 7, man. Let's start at verse 7. How long will you hate yourself? I mean, what's going on, man? It used to be so much self-respect. We used to be slaves in the trenches, and we would sing. Matter of fact, give me Psalm chapter 137 and start at verse 3, man. Right? But we would keep our spirits lifted even as slaves. And look at us now. Look at us, man. Give me Psalm chapter 137 and start at verse 3.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 137 and verse 3.
I read.
For there, they that carried us away captive.
The black and Hispanic man has been carried away captive, man. Right? It says the people that carried us away captive did what? Read.
Required us a song.
Did what?
Required us a song.
What did they do to the slave?
Required us a song.
What about gospel?
Required us a song.
It said that they require of us a song. Right? Read on.
And they that wasted us required of us mirth.
It says they require of us to be happy. Right? I was just at the African American Music Museum. Right? And they said that they would force the slave to sing hymns. They would force him to sing songs.
Right.
That's where gospel music came from. Gospel music is just over time changing of slave hymns, man. Right? And when we sing that to this day, we still singing a lot of these gospel songs for our slave master. It just don't make no sense. How long do we want to be destroyed? You still got that in Ecclesiastes? Read what you got in Ecclesiastes, verse 7.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 7.
Right, read the Bible, man.
Truly oppression maketh the wise man mad.
What happened?
Truly oppression maketh the wise man
It
mad.
said that oppression will cause the same black man to lose his mind. Right. It'll cause a father to leave his children. You gotta be out of your mind for that. You have to be mad and insane. It says that it will cause a woman to walk around half naked. You see it out here. You can't be in your right mind to be like, and that just goes to show how little value that we've been taught to have ourselves, man. Like black women don't understand. They think a ring is supposed to make them faithful. Your body is the best thing you can ever give to anybody.
That's right.
Yet you're showing it out here for every nation under the sun. What keep reading?
And a gift destroyeth the heart.
And they what?
And a gift destroyeth the heart.
You know what gift they gave us? They gave us drugs. They gave us murder. They gave us Christmas. Right? They got it, sis. Let him do his thing. That's Satan. Let Satan do his thing so the Lord can be magnified. Right? Read that last part again.
And a gift destroyeth the heart.
The gift they gave us is black on black crime. They gave us guns and drugs. They gave us rape. Rape is so high in our community. It's so high. And you know where it stemmed from? It stemmed from when those brothers was getting buck raped on the plantation. It stemmed from when those sisters was getting raped while they were pregnant on the plantations, man. They would get raped so brutally that their baby would die. And the slave master wouldn't even help them to deliver the dead baby, man. That's the life and the history that we've had to live. The Most High said that our oppressor has to pay for that, man. It's not fair. Give me Luke the 18th chapter. Give me, I think I want Yeah, Luke the 18th chapter, but it's something I want in Luke 17 first. Let me find it real fast. Like, read Luke 18:1 first.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 18 and verse 1.
Like, read.
And he spake a parable unto them to this end,
Read.
that men ought always to pray.
It says that what?
That men ought always to pray.
It's saying that we always need to be begging with the Most High. Matter of fact, go to Luke 17, start at verse 1.
It's the book of Luke, 17 and verse 1.
I read the Bible.
Then said he unto the disciples,
What did he say?
it is impossible, but that offenses will come.
He said that it is impossible that offenses won't come. But what? Read.
But woe unto him through whom they come.
It says, but what?
But woe unto him through whom they come.
You know who's been offended? We've been offended. For the last 400 years. And we're talking about the Hispanics, it's been 500. And we're talking about the indigenous Americans, it's damn near been 6. It says that it's impossible, but that offenses may come. But what? Read it again.
But woe unto him through whom they come.
It says, woe unto the man and by whom they come. Everybody want to say what? That we should love everybody. That we should forgive everybody. But you know what they don't say? They'll never tell that Jewish man to forget the Nazis.
At all.
They'll never tell him to forget the Germans. And when it come down to black and Hispanic pain, we got to forgive. We got to let it go. That ain't right. That ain't the way it's supposed to be. And the Lord said, don't believe the deception of them, man. It says, be not deceived. Read on.
It were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, and he cast into the sea.
Who's the white man going to happen?
He cast into the sea.
Lord gonna do what?
And he cast into the sea.
The Lord said he gonna cast them into the sea. The Lord said that the same thing that they have done to us has to happen to them, man.
Right.
Everything, right? From the murder, right? So like, and we're not gonna be doing that because righteous people don't do that, right? But in war, it's different. One day, the Lord is saying that blacks and Hispanics are going to get tired of being oppressed. We're going to get fed up. And instead of following after him, we're going to follow after God. And the Most High is going to revenge us of our adversaries. Drop down to Luke chapter 18.
18 and 1?
Yes.
It's Luke 18 and 1. And he spake a parable unto them this end.
Read.
That men ought always to pray.
That men do what?
That men ought always to pray.
Like he's saying that men should always pray, but then he gets specific on the prayer. Like read.
And not to faint.
Come on.
Saying, there was a city.
And it says that men should always pray and not to faint. I mean, what does a white man have to faint from? They ain't got nothing going on that's really wearing them out. We're the ones that do, man. We're the ones that's working factory jobs, 6-7 days a week. Maybe get one day off, man. And when you look into it real fast, look up how many slaves died in St. Kitts from malnutrition. I'm going to bring that up and we're going to make a point. Bring that up. How many slaves died from malnutrition in St. Kitts? Like, read what you got real fast.
Saying, there was a city, there was in a city a judge which feared not God, neither regarded man.
Read.
And there was a widow in that city, and she came unto him saying,
Read.
Avenge me of mine adversary.
What the black man say?
Avenge me of mine
What
adversary.
the black woman say?
Avenge me of mine adversary.
What about the Hispanics?
Avenge me of mine
They
adversary.
say that we should cry and pray to the Most High without fainting to avenge us of our adversaries, man. You got white people shaking their head like they ain't did nothing else for the last 400 years. Like they ain't murdered us. Like they ain't raped us. Like they ain't robbed, killed, and separated our families. The Most High said to do what? Read it again.
Saying, there was in a city a judge which feared not God, neither regarded man.
You found it? Keep reading, keep reading, keep reading.
And there was a widow in that city, and she came unto him saying, avenge me of my adversary.
It says what?
Avenge me of my adversary.
Read on.
And he would not for a while, but afterward
It's like he said he would not for a while. For the last 400 years, we've been going through the same thing. We think just because the Lord ain't came back and judged them already, that the judgment is not coming. And that's not true. But the Most High wants more of his people to stop following after a white man and to follow after him. Him letting us go through this is mercy. Read.
And he would not for a while, but afterward he said within himself,
What did he say?
though I fear not God,
So I do what?
though I fear not God,
This is a judge that doesn't even fear God. Read.
nor regard man.
Come on.
Yet because this widow troubleth me,
Read.
I will avenge her.
I will do what?
I will avenge
What he gonna do to
her.
Israel?
I will avenge
The
her.
Most High said he's gonna avenge Israel, man. This is a judge that doesn't even believe in God, but you know what he understands? He understands justice. He understands fairness. And the black, Hispanic, indigenous American haven't been given any fairness or any justice in America. You got what I asked for? Read that fact that I asked for. St. Kitts. This is how many slaves died from malnutrition in St. Kitts. Read it loud.
In 1807, the slave number 26,000. While there were less than 2,000 whites on the island.
Right? No, we'll say that. Read that right there. The highlighted part. No, you do it.
In 1777.
All right, that's what I want.
As many as 400 slaves may have died on St. Kitts from starvation.
It says that over 400 slaves died on a plantation from starvation. Now, to a lot of people, that makes sense because they were slaves. But let's keep in mind what the slaves were harvesting. They were harvesting sugar cane. They were harvesting fruits. They were harvesting vegetables. If you out in the fields toiling all day, how can you still die from starvation when you harvesting mangoes and strawberries, man? Right. That's because the white man would be up on his horse, making sure not one slave would put anything into their mouth. The white man is greedy. The white man is selfish. And the Most High told us to separate from him. Right. Give me Sirach chapter 10. Sirach chapter 12 and start at verse 10. The Most High said you got a precept? Come on, read what you got.
How can I get a picture? I want to put it in my house.
You can look it up on Google.
Okay.
For sure.
I want one, because I'm sick of this white man.
Yeah.
He's not white.
He's not white.
He's not white.
Christ was blacker than me, and I'm dark.
Baby, I've lived 72 years, and I'm no fool.
All praises to the Most High.
And only to him.
All praise.
I'm going to sit down.
For sure, sis. Right, remember that you were Israelite. I got 3 minutes left. You go ahead. You got your precept.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 25, and verse number 4.
I read what you got.
Thou shalt not muzzle the ox.
What the Lord say?
Thou shalt not muzzle the ox.
It said that you can't put a muzzle on your animal when, read it on.
When he treadeth out the corn.
It said that when this ox is treading through the corn, working and slaving for you, you can't stop him from eating. I mean, you got an entire field, an entire plantation of fruit, of vegetable, of goods, and you won't even allow him to eat one piece of corn, man. That's the evilness of our oppressor, man. And that's exactly what the Most High said. What? Read what you got in Sirach.
Sirach, chapter 12 and verse 10.
I'm going to end on this. Read.
Never trust thine enemy.
What the Lord say?
Never trust thine enemy.
Read it louder.
Never trust thine enemy.
What is the white man?
Never trust thine enemy.
What about the Asians?
Never trust thine enemy.
And with that, we're going to give all honor and glory to Yahweh. Shalom.